Saturday's showdown, B&K Furex versus Guangdong Freaks.
Won't do it to us.
Wait.
It does start to look like maybe
Wait a second.
bottom.
Hang on. Who is the king chef of T1? I believe that's Carrier. We might just have
Well, I mean,
the Aurora Senna bottom lane.
or it's Kennen support. We don't know anything, actually.
Yeah, in position even more.
It's Guma Yasuo, I think, with Faker playing the Aurora mid, and Zeus is going to go top lane into the Rumble here with this one. Just not happy to play the Aurora into Rumble, keeping this one a little bit close to the chest until the
Play around vision and controlling what you know. See how it works. We hop into the Rift.
Because of her ability to trade with max health with her passive, she can actually, you know, kind of take a hit and then trade really well with it and then buy some space with weirding as well. We'll see how this matchup plays out. Yeah, we saw a lot of weird stuff like that. Taking a look at the game state, by the way, T1 obviously with no plate protection here are going to do a lot. Rumble is, you know, just Rumble, so it's hard for him to take plates quickly in general, but he is going to get one, and that will be the TP as the Kennen comes back here top side. Zeus getting a decent amount of experience too, so there's no big gap here in XP. I feel like T1 really won out on this one.
A lot of stuff like that. I feel like today has been a little bit of a topsy-turvy one, as Carrier is going to face check here. He had the sweeper, so he had the information, but not a whole lot of options. Uses the heal, uses the piercing darkness, and he gets himself out of there. Gumayushi, on the other hand, having to deal with a lot of different people. The ulti comes through, and that is going to be the execution, and that is first blood, followed swiftly.
To block some of that damage. Plus, it's almost similar to like a Draven lane where you're like, well, if I can auto you, even with my low range, I will win the trades, and he does, and he is. As Zeus with a fancy footwork here.
Yeah, able to sidestep. Sylvie's coming up, though. It's going to be a 2v2 as the equalizer sort of goes begging. An early ulti from Sylvie, but Zeus is going down low, and Mihail able to grab that kill. It's 2-0, but Sylvie will then swiftly be executed. Faker puts him in a circle. Fisher has made his way up as Faker's looking for some Qs. And I don't think Ona's getting out of this one. Faker now might be in trouble, but does have a turret there. And does have to flash after bouncing back with the weirding. The guy that came up with the whole theory of gravity.
He figured out, do you think if Galileo was alive
He probably also figured it out.
Do you think he would be able to identify Nongshim and Direk spell in the standings at the exact same speed? All right, here we go.
He probably would. He's got the calculation for it. Do we have the calculations for whether or not Nongshim should go for this fight, though? That's the real question. As, all right, I think Fisher's saying yes. That's a Magnus Storm that tries to get in there. But Gumayushi's also going to be able to execute the Kai'Sa. Down goes the Rift Herald, but can they keep themselves alive in the fight? That's the question. As Faker and Fisher fighting this one out. Ona does get stunned up. That's going to stop the rest of the battle. But
Team here, again, both top laners have teleport, but it's hard for Mihail to go because he will just get stunned by the Kennen if he decides to opt in. So just kind of a, okay, they're backing away. Maybe he will TP in. Nongshim really want this dragon. It's Ocean and Chemtech, so the soul is going to be valuable. Here comes Jiwoo on the side.
Double teleports in as well as Jiwoo really, Faker just looking for him. You can tell what they're looking for, but there is the dragon taken down by Ona. Circle goes down. Fisher's health bar is melted, but it's T1 that are lying on the ground. Faker taken down, and Nongshim, they wipe them all.
Oh man, this is a disaster for T1. It looked so good. The Aurora ult goes down. And they also have a pretty nice setup for the ultimate for Guma. There's just too much damage in this comp here for Nongshim. Vitals re-engage as well, very clean. And that's not only going to be the dragon goes over, it's not the team fight win only, it's going to be the turret taken as well, and inner turret. Yeah, I'm like really struggling to get these words out here because I'm so shocked by Nongshim potentially giving us our second upset of the day here. Remember, this match matters for better and clearer setup for fights. And you know what? They are just going to start the Baron because look at how much control they have. Look at T1. They can't see anything.
What are they going to be able to do? They're going to walk in over a billion different versions of vision. And they witness the fact that the Baron's going down, but it's just going to, Ona almost gets in there. The equalizer is going to stop him from getting out though, and the fate is going to be sealed. Gumayushi tried to dive in, but he is just going to get out via the Death Chamber. Faker now bouncing around the circle, and Fisher will fall down. Faker's still at full health, but can he actually do it? He bounces over the wall, and he'll just base gate his way to safety? I don't think so. That's going to be Sylvie finding him, and he's not able to get out enough funny business to survive. That's another ace
That's
to buy them some space.
They do need to play really respectfully, though, of the combos Guma gets set up here. Also, Faker's ultimate is still incredibly potent, and it's on a super low cooldown.
Oh, in goes Fisher, looks for an angle, doesn't quite get it.
They're kind of tunneling on this turret. They're a little bit overextended.
Yeah, Vital is going to get picked off. Faker just puts him in the circle and executes him.
Yeah, a bit of a awkward moment here for Nongshim. The
Might be
equalizer.
the inner turret falling now for Nongshim. It's been their prize for quite some time that they've been looking for, and there it goes. Nongshim secure it. And now with all of this control of the bottom side, it is 3.5 minutes until the next dragon, but that is Soul Point and Hextech Soul available. I mean,
So well with the teleport flank. So, you know, Nongshim need to be really careful about clearing wards, like we saw KT do in the previous series. And Mihail,
there's an equalizer. Ona does go into his Warrior Trickster, but I don't even know whether it's going to be enough. He's healed, but the Magnus Storm from Vital, and they just get into the backline and execute him. Gumayushi is real tired, and he will be taken down. The flash out from Jiwoo gets him to safety, and 2 on the floor here for T1.
yeah, and Fisher's still pushing top side here. A lot of pressure on these inhibitor turrets now. T1 losing a lot of farm, and Fisher fishing, but isn't going to find anything.
Not quite yet. There is the flash forward from Faker, and he's just going to kill Jiwoo. Bye-bye, Jiwoo.
That was a clean play from Faker.
Yep, you're not allowed to be an AD carry when Aurora is on the rift. Jiwoo kind of overstepping his bounds here just a little bit, and he just pops on it.
So flashes forward so he can get the
Get in the right
return.
position. As, all right, Nongshim starting off yet another Baron, and Mihail with these harpoons able to keep Carrier at bay. This is just gone. There is nothing they can do about it. The equalizer comes in just to make sure, and there's the dash forward from Fisher. He just executes Carrier in the back line. Zeus is also going to try and do something, but he melts. And that is all of the kills, all of the time for Nongshim. More of them raining through as Gumayushi trying to dash around, but his brother will take him out of the fight. And now T1 once again, a clean ace. And Nongshim are just playing better.
Yep, they certainly are. The draft was pretty eclectic from T1. I definitely think it could have worked out, but it just got completely owned by this Rumble pick. They took the Aurora, and it'll be the first loss of Aurora here in the LCK. Nongshim with a huge upset win. If you're a T1 fan, this is not what you wanted to see on Faker's return here in Week 8. Is Nongshim
Once every blue moon, you see a Nongshim win, right? It feels like. So we get excited when this team is playing well, especially when all the moving parts are working. But an upset win over a team like T1, an elite team, that's like a solar eclipse level of rare. And we saw it in this first game. T1 with a risky draft. Again, I think the draft was pretty good, but it just did not work out.
Wait.
Well, with Zaya here, I feel like it's actually kind of viable, but I think the Ezreal is just the better pick overall.
Yeah, I think Ezreal's fine. Of course, you do outrange the Zaya pretty comfortably.
You're so safe into Cannon Vi. I think the Ezreal is just better. I think the Smolder is just way too immobile. Yes, you could still lock down the Ezreal with the ultimate from the Vi, but it puts the Vi in an awkward spot.
On his Cassante as a true tank. We'll have to see how it goes. We hop onto the rift.
He's got his hand on the trigger. He's going to walk away immediately.
Yep, he wanted to be able to come up and at least grab
also potentially going to be a good dive deterrent, although Zeus coming over now with him showing in mid and then disappearing, he's like, I'm not messing around with that, I'm not playing that game. And will not, in fact, hit level 2.
Yep. Vision going down here as Carrier setting up just to make sure that there's no sort of counter gank opportunity as this wave is wiped out.
Vital is coming down as well at level 2, as we might see Solo Plate Gold go over to Jiwoo in the top lane, so yeah, Nongshim want to actually make this play happen, because right now they're kind of just sitting back and watching with binoculars in hand.
I kind of like it. Leave just one person up there. It means that there is less of the armor on the turret, meaning that there can at least be one of those plates taken by Jiwoo, as we can see. Ona moving over those, so 4-2 as Mihail trying to get towards the turret and might actually ding level 2. As no, not quite, but still he's going to survive. There's that level 2 that we were talking about. The 4 men still here from T1 as they do manage to get the engage. That is first blood going over to Gumayushi. And Ona tanks that one up beautifully. Juggled here as now Faker in perhaps a little bit of trouble, but doesn't even have to flash to get him out of the way of that one. And the teleport comes in from Mihail, and he says, witness me, as he looks for more of these minions. Zeus was tanking up this turret, and once again he's just going to get toyed with. And that is another kill going over to T1.
All right, Sylvie's coming down here to see if maybe we can get some cleanup done on the Lilia. Bowling ball going to go wide.
Yep, has his eyes on the mistake there, but Carrier just going to flash out of the way. The watch out. Oh my god, how many kills can he actually pick up here as Carrier's dead as well? That is 2 for 1, and you'll probably take that as Grand Entrance going to be necessary here from Vital, but he used it, I believe, to close the gap. Doesn't land the Gleaming Quill, and Gumayusi just stands strong, walks out, no flash. Oh, there's the flash in! Jiwoo's here! And the flash was just used. Great sidestep from Gumayusi, but Jiwoo, he's going to have that Arcane Shift relatively soon, but Carrier, he gets back here. There are no minions near this turret, so Jiwoo going to have to make his way out of there, and he will be able to do so. Level 4 for the Ezreal. He's pretty scary, and we've stacked up another wave.
Yeah, here we go. I mean, Carrier level 3. I don't think they can actually kill him here, and the turret's going to keep him safe from that W.
Yeah.
And that's the end of that. Okay, very risky, as here it comes Sylvie. See what he has to say.
Oh, good flash over the Vault Breaker there as well.
Got him.
Yeah, I think he thought it was a quadra kill.
Yeah, and just a quick reaction there from Gumas. We're not done.
There's another double knock-up, and the Blade Caller is gorgeous. Vital looking to try and get himself out of this one as the Ignite was ticking, but not enough to take him down. It's now Jiwoo trying to deal with this one. Has great moves with the Arcane Shift to get out of the way, but I think he's still in trouble. Gumayusi, he takes another turret shot, and it's Jiwoo that grabs the kill. Jiwoo's still alive, and he gets the shield from the barrier. Oh my god!
I mean, T1, you're diving in Ezreal with barrier. If this goes badly, you've got a fed Ezreal on your hands, and you've tossed all the advantages you've got. I mean, not completely all of them, but a lot of them just into the bin as Carrier looking for the execute. Will get it here as it looks like the Vital Q does not connect, but man, this is a big turnaround.
Vital. Match made in heaven, I don't know.
As Ona doesn't either, as he's taking so much damage here. Yeah, he is just walking the wrong direction. Carrier and Faker, nothing they can do about this, and can they keep themselves alive? That's the real question.
I have
Miles'
seen
first keyboard.
Okay.
About this one.
Guma gonna deny some minions, and then he should be able to secure first turret here very easily, very comfortably. He is still 800 gold ahead, despite Jiwoo's very wild ride we were all on that second dive. I don't know what to say, Atlas. Obviously, T1 has an advantage in this game, but
Down towards the bottom side of the map. As Ona going to spot out the fact that Sylvie's in the area. Lilting Lullaby does come down, and Ona takes a nap. It's suboptimal timing for said nap, but Ona's still going to survive.
Oh, target selection fantastic there from Fisher, though. Looked like maybe he was going to go for the play on the Faker is over here.
Yeah, we've got an all-out from Mihail, who's just looking for Zeus. The exhaust goes down. He'll find some more Qs, and the flash out from Zeus is going to avoid it. Vital now looking for the angle. He gets over Zeus. He knows that he has to go all in onto this one. Some Alcove Gaming, a Q going to connect, and Mihail, he will fall down, but the immediate answer is there from the Rakan.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh, man. Oh, you can see that he's not actually. Fisher up towards the top side now. He's been a bit quiet this game, as this is not. As Carrier going to get re-engaged on. Jiwoo over to the side, looking for some Mystic Shot angles, but Vital's the one that's in trouble. Okay, True Shot Barrage connects onto Carrier, but he has an unbreakable will. They both turn immediately. These health bars are so low. It's a 2-for-1 though, and Jiwoo is just massive.
Yeah, he has as well. Ends up being a boon for their front line if they can start to win those Dragon fights. They get the Herald in return. Sobi is looking for a potential setup here.
Yep, another angle. Could just be this turret that they're looking for. Zeus wanting to try and protect it, but there is another minion wave conga lining in. And so I think Zeus might have to vacate. Okay, Sylvie just going to flash forward. The teleport is coming on through, though, but the Q comes back. Fisher locks him down. And just an overstay here for Zeus. Not even able to flash his way out. As okay, I think Vital might be dead. Never mind, he just quicknesses his way out. He's totally chilling. It's like, I don't know. Vital, what did he have for breakfast today?
Give Nongshim the 2-0 by making these proactive plays as Rakan over here.
나 살만할 듯?
Yeah, let's
나 살만해. 나 이거 이쪽 살짝만 봐줄래?
You guys
알리
cover me?
박았다. 나 살만해. 나 안 죽어.
Save me.
나 살았어.
I'm alive. They know where he is now, but it's still such a huge threat. Flash ult back online.
Yep, Gumayusi pretty safe positioning right now. Headbutt Pulverize on to Vital, but now he gets out of there. Great knock-up. Sleep comes in. They execute the cannon. The knock-up from Vital is just gorgeous. And Mihail's massive in the fight. Sylvie goes golden to keep himself alive. And Carrier, he is just a cow. What is he supposed to do? Jiwoo's going to flash on top of Gumayusi. And Nongshim, I know they ate noodles for breakfast, right? It's Nongshim, but damn! I wasn't expecting this game.
No, I was not either, but they just put Zeus in the ground. They won't let this rat ult, and he just instantly sets up the sleep. Super decisive call from Sylvie.
Gotta get out of there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna win this. I think we're gonna win this, he says. And they did.
Yeah, Chelly and the gang looking nerfed. I think he got 10% buffed by killing everyone at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, maybe more than 10.
That wasn't too bad. Fisher might be caught out of position here. Let's see whether he can ult away. He is going to be able to do so. That's a big cooldown. Now missing, and no teleport to get him back into the fight as well, as Ona is going to try and push him ever further. Still, he's got a lot of life steal, so you do have to be a little bit careful.
And no Vial.
Over here. Yeah.
No Vial for Owner, so locking down this Ezreal seems like a pipe dream at this point. Keria is sitting at 1/3 health.
The thing is, the cannon is now a whole lot more dangerous with the fact that they don't have that fate sealed in order to lock things down. Keria almost just dies to the True Shot barrage, so they're not going to be able to go for any sort of engage. He is purely their front line, and that is going to be soul point for Nongshim. And Ona, lying in wait here, is going to find Vital. I think Vital pretty happy about that one. Finds the quickness, and they're just going to turn it onto Ona. And he is going to ult, but they get over the wall, and now the re-engage comes in. Jiwoo's going to be taken out, and Fisher as well finds himself on the wrong side of the fight. Can they still get this? Because Mihail, he goes all out. Keria finds the pulverizers. Fisher locks down Ona. They don't have their fed Ezreal, and they're still fighting this one as Sylvie misses the bowling ball, and finally, Gumayushi's able to get it done. Keria ticking down, but he will survive.
And when the Ezreal blows up there, they don't have half of their damage, but it doesn't necessarily matter because Fisher is doing so much, and the fight is so broken up. This extremely mobile Ezreal lives. It's just not playable, and they're just going to go straight back to Baron and say, we're doing it again. Sylvie's ult's back up.
And T1 have no information about what's going on here. You can see Mihail turns up in the bottom lane. He has teleport, so does Faker. But Sylvie's in the mid lane.
Fake out.
It's
real.
Mid lane and AD carry that are just going to kill a Baron.
And T1 just aren't realizing. They're like, well, these players are missing, but I wonder where they are. They're going to get the notification right now. There goes the Baron. And it's T1 who let this happen. They're the kings of doing sneaky Barons. But there's just not much to
Zeus one started. Yeah, Zeus, good flank angle. No flash, though, available. Let's see whether he can get into a good position as Keria half health now. Just off one combo. Fisher gets over the wall with the Unbound Soul. He's just looking to try and deal with this, and there is the Mountain Soul now available for Nongshim. Shields upon shields for this Cassante.
I mean, they couldn't get to the Ezreal. Now, even if the map right now, if Guma dies, then they just push further as Owner. Speaking of dying.
Yeah, exactly. He's 0-5 already. This might be 0-6, but no. He presses the ulti button. He's going in, and he just goes out immediately afterwards. That's that 0-6 that we were talking about. And Nongshim don't have to worry about a jungler. Still a minute until the Baron, so he will be up again for that. But the base may be in tatters as it's now 4 versus 5. Baker is going to get nailed by so many skill shots.
Look at
from Jiwoo.
He's like, oh, there's no Vi? I can step forward. I'm brave now. I'm not afraid.
Oh, Fisher is also going to do the same thing, but of course it doesn't need to be that brave. It's Sylvie almost just one shot by Gumayushi. He might need to press his Zonya's button. Vital's going to be there to try and protect him as Keria looks for the option to headbutt back onto Jiwoo. He breaks his arm guard, but the ulti to punish Jiwoo, and Fisher just says, no, not today, my friend. That is going to be the exhaust down, but it's not enough to stop Jiwoo from falling down. Sylvie's now dead as well, but Nongshim are cleaning up the fight because Fisher is still just so big. Faker on full health, not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, Guma said, I'm going to put the
soul, and then just throws the ulti on top of Guma, and there was just not enough left in the tank. Is now Vital going to get engaged on once again? Cease and desist comes down. Has he created enough space? The answer is no. As the Rakan goes down, Fisher just going to reattach once again. So it's a few health bars now a little bit lower, but Nongshim without their support.
And that was working really well for Vital, little tricky plays, but now they have, oh, Keria.
Yeah, that's the flash headbutt from Keria. The ulti comes through from Fisher though, and Keria will be going down. So support for support, but Ona's also going to fall. A double kill for Jiwoo to start this one. Zeus' ulti doesn't find the angle he was looking for this time. And this Mountain Soul, this Cassante is so big. It's a triple for Jiwoo, and he's just layering all the CC. Arcane shift forward, quadra kill, and the Noodles are winning 2-0 over T1.
Unbelievable result. 2 insane upsets today. First Gen G fall, and then T1. It was the win that KT took that knocked Nongshim out of playoffs, but I don't think it affected them in this one. Or maybe it did, maybe it was the lack of pressure.
And I think so much of this is an investment towards 2025. I don't think Nongshim knew that they were going to turn around enough to be able to challenge our top teams here in the LCK. But if this is a taste of things to come for Nongshim, I'm loving these noodles, man.
It's a budget.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Ji-sun for the POG interview translation, and we are here joined by the solo laners on the side of Nongshim as they pick up the POGs. Congratulations on the big win, guys.
두 분 모두 선글라스, 안경 굉장히 멋집니다.
Cool shades on you.
쓰고 오신 건지 좀
What does that mean, though? What are those for?
저희가 이번에 스폰받은 제품인데
This is one of the products from our sponsors, and it helps us perform better.
네, 이걸 쓰면 게임도 잘 되고
For sure.
되게 건강해지고
You get to play better, and your eyes also get brighter. So highly recommend.
자, T1을 상대로 승리를 하셨습니다. 미하일 선수부터 소감이
What
어떤지
an
들어보고
upset! You know, you secured a win up against T1. Mihail, how do you feel? Honestly, I was not expecting a clean win up against T1 today, so it makes me feel even happier. Nongshim had a 11-match long losing streak against T1 since 2021 summer season. How does it feel to finally break the streak? I mean, I'm very glad that we finally managed to break that streak, and I hope this could be a stepping stone for Nongshim to perform better. Fisher, I have a question about the recent changes in Nongshim's roster. Starting last match, Vital has been starting as support. What kind of changes is Nongshim aiming for with this lineup? So I think for me and Vital have a really good synergy together, and he kind of takes care of the mid lane really well. So I personally really like this change. What about you, Mihail? Well, he doesn't come top, so no big opinion. But he still performs well in team fights, right? Yeah, of course, his team fights are so on point. So yeah, definitely a great kind of addition to our team recently. So going back to the first game, Nongshim opened Aurora and the enemy quickly picked it, and then you guys answered with Rumble Yone. Yeah, we were ready with the Rumble into Aurora matchup. So drafting throughout the pick and ban phase, we wanted to focus on the champions that we are confident in, and we wanted to keep in mind that we have to be having a really good reactionary, plays into the Aurora, kind of unexpected attempts. So you picked Yone in both games, Fisher. How did you plan to counter Aurora and Corki? Well, I mean, Yone, his late game values are really, really high. So as long as he can get through lane, he can pop off. So I was like, let's just get through lane. And indeed, there were a lot of moments where Yone was able to kind of dominate the team fight. So let's take a look at those replays shortly. And early in first game, you quickly picked Rumble from the red side, and then opponent locked in Cannon. There's a lot of debate going on about Rumble Cannon matchup. What's your view on this matchup? I think it all comes down to how you played the early game, and we attempted the lane swap and we forced the teleport out of Zeus. So I think that was giving us a lot more space. Even though Rumble was nerfed recently, you performed very well. Is Rumble still viable? Well, it did impact his early laning phase, but it doesn't really matter as soon as he masters Q. So in the late game, he's still very, very strong. Now let's take a look at this replay where Rumble was able to just melt down the enemies. How are you able to just start up the team fight with your ult by yourself? So we had priorities in all of the lanes, and Kennen was freezing bottom lane, which means, you know, we have to make something happen on the other two lanes. And then also I could tell the enemies were trying to kind of contest for the mid lane area, so I wanted to open up a fight with the ult. And then in the early part of the second game, there were very intense fighting in the bottom lane, back to back to back. So how did you communicate with the team to deal with the situation? Well, so speaking of the early game fights, well, because I'm Yone, I'm just a bystander. So I was just cheering them up. I was just like fighting my team. And do you remember any specific communication regarding the situation between the bottom laners and the jungler? I mean, completely none of my business, so I was just focused on my laning phase, to be honest. And then in the final team fight of Game 2, your Yone had a huge impact. So let's take a look at this replay. You just single-handedly opened up the team fight, even though you were down in numbers, and still won out the fight. So I was very fed at that moment. I had so many items, and I knew that I should be the one making team fights and making plays. So because I had my E skill up, I knew that I can go in and out. So I wanted to be a little proactive over there. Although Nongshim Red Force, the playoffs are out of the reach for you guys. Nongshim aims to finish the season strong. Your next opponents are D plus Kia in next week. So with today's momentum, do you think you can secure another win? What would you like to say to the fans? Sadly, we cannot make it to the playoffs anymore, but we will keep working our best until the end of the season. I will look forward to your support, everyone. Now that we just defeated T1, we will also take DK down to make our fans happy and show the best out of Nongshim. And this will be the end of the POG interview, and back to the space. Thank you.